So there's two big things to watch. The trial started last week. I don't know how long it's going to last, a couple of weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I don't know. And it will surely be appealed regardless of who wins. It'll still be in the court system for years to come. But the big issues as it relates to what the heart of the case focuses on. Number one, the idea that the NFL has specifically required its Sunday ticket partner. Remember, it was DirecTV for 30 years or close to it. It's been YouTube for the last year, and it's YouTube going into the future. The requirement that they charge a very high price to protect CBS and Fox, who carries the games in the local market that get assigned to the local market. See, basically what they want to do is they want to set a price so high that there will be people who say, I'm not paying that. I'll just watch CBS and Fox in my local market. The cheaper that Sunday ticket is, the more people will buy Sunday ticket and watch games other than the games that are fed to them in their local marketplace. And usually it's tied to a team or whatever the best game of the day is, whatever the case may be. But if Sunday ticket is cheap, if Sunday ticket is easy to get, if you could buy it one game at a time or 1 week at a time or one team at a time, you're going to have more people turning away from CBS and Fox on their local affiliates, and you're going to have the value of those packages decrease. So one of the documents that was displayed during opening statements on behalf of the plaintiffs, it's an item from the Fox negotiations in the latest round of broadcast deals where Fox demands that the Sunday ticket price be kept at a certain amount. Because Fox, CBS, and the NFL all want a certain number of people to watch whatever games are given to them instead of the games they want to watch. And if you want to watch games other than what we're giving to you for free, or at least on free over-the-air broadcast TV, you got to pay through the nose for it. And I remember seeing a report at one point that Apple was trying to get the Sunday ticket package, and Apple wanted to charge a lot less to the end user for access to Sunday ticket, and the NFL wasn't going for it. See, the NFL wants it to be a premium. This is the argument. The NFL is going to say we did nothing wrong. Nobody who gets sued ever says you got us. Just tell us how big to make the check. The NFL denies all liability. That goes without saying. But I understand the basic appeal of the argument that the NFL rigged the price, fixed the price, and forces the consumer that wants to watch the out-of-market games to pay this exorbitant price because they're trying to protect CBS and Fox. And because it's all 32 teams working together to do this deal, that's where it becomes a potential antitrust violation. The other side of it is, and this has seemed weird to me from the start, they market it as, hey, if you're a Vikings fan living in Steelers country, which is why I bought the thing in 1997, 96, that time frame, I got Sunday ticket, and it was great because I wanted to watch the Vikings games. Well, you got to pay one price for the whole package, for the whole season. Every week, every game, you got to buy the whole thing. You can't just say, I only want the Vikings games. I only want this week. Oh, there's a lot of good games this week that aren't on my local CBS and Fox affiliates. I'll get this week, or I'll get this one game. They defend the case by saying it's all about choice, but they're really not giving the consumers a choice. They're jacking it all up by putting it all together and forcing you to pay that one big fee for the whole season, for the whole package. And, I mean, there were weeks where, especially if the Vikings lost, back when I was a crazy rabid over-the-top fan, I would just turn the TV off and I wouldn't watch any more football until the next weekend and be so pissed. I don't care about the 4 o'clock games that I can watch. I don't care about any of it. I'm pissed off. I wanted to watch one game. I watched it. Didn't go the way I wanted, and I'm not watching anymore. So the end result of this could very well be that the NFL, beyond being required to pay a ton of money, they're going to have to change the way they do business. They're going to have to come up with a way that maybe the full package is cheaper, or you can break it up into team by team, week by week, game by game if you want to do it. And that's really, if it's about choice, that's the way it should be. But it's this balance between protecting the significant money they get from CBS and Fox to televise one game at a time in the local markets versus having the freedom to watch whatever game you want. I saw one argument as to how this could all look. It could ultimately be not just, Sunday ticket package where you could have full freedom of choice. It could be that for out of market, you'd still have your CBS and Fox game. But for out of market, all the Cowboys games would be on Amazon, the Cowboys home games. All of the Patriots home games would be on YouTube. And you would buy the packages. The streamers or the networks would buy the packages one at a time and make them available. And it would be a lot like, it could be that you turn on your TV and CBS has one game, Fox has one game, Amazon has a game at the same time, YouTube has a game at the same time, just like college football. Think about that. College football is an all-day dizzying, this game's on, this game's on, this game's on, this game's on. The NFL has controlled it over the years with one game available on your local affiliates, typically one or two in the 1 o'clock window, one in the late afternoon window, one on Sunday night, one on Monday night, one on Thursday night. And if you want anything more than that on Sunday afternoon, you got to pay big money for it. The argument is it shouldn't be that way. It should be the various teams doing their deals, making their out-of-market games available, and it could dramatically change the way the NFL does business. The first step is what happens with this trial. The outcome will go a long way toward determining whether and to what extent the NFL has to make major changes to its business model. And I tweeted this the other day, and I haven't heard yet from the folks at 345 Park Avenue. And I expected to when I tweeted it, because at the bottom line for fans, you probably should want the NFL to lose this, because if they do, you're going to be able to get Sunday ticket cheaper, the full package. And if they do, you might be able to get these other games. If you only want to see Vikings games in Pittsburgh or Steelers games in Minnesota or Packers games in Miami, you might be able to get that and only that for a lot less than what you're currently paying for the privilege of having the full Sunday ticket package, because in part, this isn't about making it affordable to customers. It's about protecting CBS and Fox by making it so expensive that a certain segment of the consumer base will say, I can't afford that. I'll just turn on my TV and I'll watch whatever game they're giving me on CBS or Fox at any given moment. So that's where it stands. I don't know where it's going to go, but again, it could be, in the long run, a lot better off for you and a lot cheaper for you and a lot more flexible for you if Big Shield ends up paying out a big judgment at the end result of the Sunday ticket antitrust case. We'll have more updates on the case as it unfolds. We'll write about it at PFT, and maybe we'll do another special edition of PFT PM as we get closer and closer to a verdict. Thanks, as always, for some of your time. We'll see you again real soon. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.